Man alive. Can you believe this? I'm exhausted. Where the heck is Steve Turtle?
Yeah, we're at the campground he's
I thought
supposed
he
to
was
be
supposed-
at.
What are you doing?
Oh my God! He does exist!
They do exist.
Cut. Well, not to take away from our intro, but just to let you all know, we came in yesterday, and yes, we met Steve yesterday. We just wanted to have a cool intro. As you can see, we're sponsoring his t-shirts. You can get them over at
Yay.
Teespring. Other than these two, have you sold any more?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, a couple,
A couple?
but not a lot, not a lot. I've probably given away more than I've sold.
So we're going to put a little video together here directly following what you're watching right now. And we've agreed that we're going to ask each other
Yes.
5 unknown questions. He
Yes.
doesn't know what I'm going to ask Steve. Steve don't know what I'm going to ask him.
I'm still not sure
And-
what I'm asking.
What? Where's your cheat sheet?
Oh, yeah, okay, I got a
Oh,
cheat
that
sheet.
one,
Never
yeah,
mind.
okay.
I'm good.
So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go set up inside the camper because it's just a little bit too humid today, and get some videos going. So we'll see you in a few.
We'll run out of film.
All right. Well, to recap,
Yes.
we just did an intro outside, just to give you an insight of what's going on here. We have 3 cameras. We got Mr. Steve Turtle sitting here.
That's me.
And
I'm
we-
Steve Turtle.
Mr. Steve Turtle, and we have both agreed to ask each other 5 questions. We just had a coin toss, and I get the first question.
And neither of us know the questions. So
Absolutely not.
I hope he doesn't ask me my bra size.
Oh, was that an
Is
option?
that the first question?
Okay. Okay, first question is, what is the hardest thing for you guys about being full-time campers? What has been the hardest time for you and Jill?
The hardest thing thus far has been our prescriptions. Because as we move around the country, we've sort of moved our health care with us. And we end up with different addresses and different doctors that write different prescriptions. So when a prescription comes due, if you're in Louisiana and the last place you were at was in Texas and the doctor wrote you a prescription there, you got to call Texas and you know, they're like, well, you're really not a patient anymore, but I did write the prescription and oh, I need to see you again, you know, so that has been hard for us. And I have a few prescription drugs, but Jill has a few too, and I don't know, it's just been a sort of a mess. Healthcare hasn't been quite as bad. We just go where we're at.
Right.
But prescriptions, because they have a history, has been a little bit. So we really haven't figured out exactly how we want to do that.
Okay. So if you have your prescription, just to put some input into this, in case you didn't know,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think you've been to Mexico yet,
No.
if you take your bottles with you
Uh-huh.
to make sure that they transcribe the same prescription you're taking,
Uh-huh.
the pill will look different, but they'll give it to you over the counter.
You
Okay.
don't even need to take your bottles.
And you can take legally into the United States up to 90 days.
Okay.
The only thing you can't get in Mexico and bring across the county or the country line, the international line,
Uh-huh.
is narcotics.
Okay.
You can't take those.
Any drug that's considered a narcotic.
Yep.
Like Vicodin, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Alma's sitting in the background putting her 2 cents worth in.
Well, I don't know if I can see in there, so.
Oh, okay.
But you can-
She's welcome to put 2 cents in.
But you don't need to take your bottles if you don't want. Just
Right.
write them down on a piece of paper in the milligram,
Right.
and you'll get
And
them.
they'll fill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can legally, like I said, legally.
Well,
do
we
90
haven't tried that
days.
yet, but
And it's very
Yeah,
cheap.
it's a
Very
good option.
cheap.
Oh yeah. What normally costs both of us to fill our prescriptions, it cut it down in half
right.
A little less than
Right.
half, I believe it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
for 90 days. So
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, now,
My
do I ask
turn.
you a question?
now you get to ask the
Okay.
question. Yeah, we're gonna stagger them back and forth.
Back and forth. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. Okay. How do you make enough money work camping to sustain full-time RV life? You know, what do you guys do to keep yourself going?
Actually, other than that work camping that we did, we we took that money to recover the money that we had put down on our new camper. We basically have been living off of what we gained when we sold our house, our boat, our ATV, the trailer that went with it. What else? All our furniture.
Right.
We're not bragging or anything,
Right.
but Marie was able to make us. We made close to $10,000 selling all our belongings inside the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and as you know, the cost of RV and it really isn't that expensive if you can stay in one place for a period of time.
Right.
And when we stayed in Quartzsite last winter for 4 months, we spent very little, just enough for propane and gasoline and food.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yep. We have an emergency fund, which is the 401k. Because I left it with my former company, I don't get penalized if we do need to take money out. But we did take some out, but it was to pay this off to save
Right.
the interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're that's how we're surviving. And but trying the gate guarding, unless I'm jumping to another
No,
question of yours.
no, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Gave us the knowledge to know that if we needed to make a quick buck,
Yeah.
that we could run down to Texas and go gate guarding for a month and make $8,000 and go, hey, thanks, and turn around and leave again.
Yeah.
So, you know, but you do have to be able to stand the heat right now, huh?
Yes, a little bit.
So,
Okay.
good answer. Am I getting oh, I got a thumbs up from Oma.
All right. My next.
Okay. Oh, yes, you are. Okay, what do we got here? So you've been full-timing since November of 17.
Yes, sir.
How do you like it, and what would you change?
I love it. I think if I was, and I hope I don't jump to another question, but we had an envision in our head of what we were going to do, and we haven't really did that yet. First, we were going to try to stay south during the winter and north in the summer.
Sure.
But both cases, we ended up staying early or staying late at both jobs. So what we would like to do is ultimately be able to stay short term at places and either work camp for, you know, a trade for your site or a little money, and then be able to travel more. You know, instead of traveling 3 months, you know, maybe sort of like you guys, you know, work a month and travel a month. But yeah, that's something that I'd really like to get to, and we haven't got to that yet, and might be another year before we really settle into that, I think. And as far as doing something different, I think we're okay so far. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do different. I think we were fairly prepared, and you know, we had a plan, and we're sticking to the plan. So it seems like it's working out okay.
Cool.
That's good.
Awesome.
Oh, now I get to
Okay.
ask one.
Now I
All
get
right.
one.
Oh, mine are easy.
We'll play half the song. We
I have
only
to put
get
my glasses on. Okay, let me get some fancy glasses when I go down to Mexico.
You can. I did.
Are there enough jobs in places you would like to work, and what type of work do you prefer? Work camping.
Okay. We're happy with what we're doing now,
Mhm.
especially in Pennsylvania, because we can be close to the family.
Right.
But we are campground host for a state park.
Mhm.
And right this year, 2019, we are doing it for 8 weeks. If we had a little bit more time, you know, it's maybe 12 weeks, if our boss is watching, we'd be happier with that. Because we don't want too much free time, but we want just enough free time to go spend time with the kids
Right, right.
while we're here. As far as going out to California in the winter, we don't find it a real necessity to have to work while we're out there, but that is where most of the jobs are.
Right.
As you know, we did try gate guarding. It was okay. We had a few issues.
Yeah.
I think we know now what we would look for if we went back to do it again. Our license is still good until February of 2021
Yeah.
for Texas.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, you got to have a license to gate guard. So we wouldn't hesitate to say, And in fact, we talked about it last night.
Uh-huh.
That if our winter campground expires April 1st and we have a full month available,
Uh-huh.
why not go home through Texas and go
Right.
work for a month
Right.
before we go back to Pennsylvania?
Even if it
Yeah.
wasn't working for a whole month, it's a little bit of work, a little bit of money.
Sure. And sometimes, you know, whether you want to or not, it might be for a short period of time, like
Right.
Exactly.
overnight.
We've been there, done that.
Yeah, we've done some of those overnight jobs.
We had talked about possibly doing like pickup work, you know, where you're available if somebody has an issue and they need to leave,
Oh, yes.
and just pick it up for a weekend.
A
or
relief crew.
Yeah, a relief crew.
Oh.
So
Now, have you investigated that?
I have
'Cause,
not to a degree.
I mean,
but
do you go live in their camper while they're gone, or do you
Uh,
bring your own camper on site?
I'm not sure. I do need to do a little research for that.
Or do you keep your camper in a
Yeah.
campground and then just drive over during the period that they want to
You just work out of your vehicle?
work
I
out
don't
of
know.
work out of your vehicle?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I saw a few that were asking for people to help them to do that
Uh-huh.
a day job, and a lot of them that I was reading let you stay in their camper.
Oh.
You get the camper for the day,
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah. Well, we had you know, I
That's
told
all
you there was 2 gate guards at our site, and
Right.
he came up and relieved me once and just sat in the vehicle.
Oh,
I mean, he was welcome to go in and out of the camper. He said, no problem. He'd just pee in the field and he'd be fine.
oh jeez.
It's my turn?
is it?
I don't know.
I lost track. Are you keeping
Let me
track?
see.
Oma?
I gave you 2 questions. You gave me 2 questions.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then it is my turn.
Okay, it's your turn.
All right. This is going to get a little bit easier.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite place you'd like to camp? And is there a certain place that you would like to go visit yet?
There's a lot of places I'd like to go visit yet because you know, our goal was to go hit all the northern states, and you know, here it is. I mean, we're, you know, it's a year and a half, so we've got plenty of time, we hope, and so we want to see a lot of the northern states. But a place that I have been one time and would love to go back to and probably spend a little time there, I think I'd even work camp there, is Tombstone.
Oh, really?
We were in Tombstone, and it was just so unique because they have the main streets blocked off. It's all restored, you know.
Western style?
Well, that stop.
Where's Tombstone?
Arizona.
Yeah, just south
So-
of that one place that we were camping at. Not Wilcox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By a little bit.
It's
By
just
the
south
Grand
of
Canyon.
it's just south of 10 in
Okay.
Arizona.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. It's just so unique. I just found it very interesting because the town's all blocked off, and they have stagecoaches driving around, and people, even the people dress up in cowboy, you know, attire. I don't know if it's a costume, but they dress up
Uh-huh.
and they walk around the town. They got their guns on, and they ride horses into town, and they have gunfights. And I don't know. I just found it really cool. And I know there's other places like that, but
Right.
for some reason, because we were there, and the campground we stayed at hires work campers.
Oh,
But we haven't checked with them yet. We're still not quite sure what we're doing this winter, and but I'd love to do that. I think that would be fun. There's a lot of places I'd like to see that I haven't.
nice.
Probably more than I'll get to see, but you know.
Oh, it'll come. It'll come. It'll come.
Okay. My turn?
Your turn.
All right.
Number 3.
Okay.
Right? Number 3.
Is it 3?
Yes.
What is your traveling like? And I already know this, but you got to tell everybody else.
Okay.
Do you have like a routine, north for the summer, south for the winter, or certain jobs? But
Well, we've only been full timing since March of 18.
right.
We spent the last summer doing some traveling while we were waiting for a house to be sold and stuff.
Mhm.
And then we had already had plans that because we're in it. That's our ice
That's
maker.
the ice maker.
Yeah, you could turn that off on.
That's fine. People need to know that we have ice.
Yeah, I'm not turning off my eyes.
There
But I
you
need it
go.
for later.
She's not turning her
She's
eyes
not
off.
turning it off.
I'm not doing it. Okay.
We had already known before we left Pennsylvania that our ultimate goal was to try Quartzsite, Arizona.
Uh-huh.
We saw so many videos about it. It was the ideal temperatures.
Yeah.
We already had solar I was prepared to dump our own tanks, pump our own water, do all of that.
Uh-huh.
I said, we're going to Arizona. And we did it for 4 months.
Right.
And then some guy in a tent told us about gate garden, and that blew the rest of that.
Do you want to divulge the name or just save it for another day?
You mean Bill and Darla?
I don't know. Bill and Darla?
That's
Yeah.
who it was.
He talked
They
you
don't
into
watch
it?
my videos anyway. They'll never get
He
wind of
talked you
this.
into it? That guy.
Him and that Jenkins guy. No, they had suggested, they asked us if we knew about it, which we had not.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And she said, well, come on, let's go try it. What could it hurt? We're not
Yeah.
doing anything. Our friends had already left us, so we were sitting in the desert by ourselves. Well, not all our friends. Don and Pam were still
Mhm.
there,
Right,
but
right.
we thought, what the heck, let's go give it a try. And we tried it, and we did it for 8 weeks, a full 2 months.
Yeah.
You know, including the travel, and then we said we've kind of had enough. So
Right. I think
nice
some
to be
people,
able.
I think, yeah, it's nice to be able to leave.
Nice to be able to say I quit and not have any
And
remorse.
it's that kind of job.
It is.
It's really, for me, it's really nice because, you know, as long as you're fair to them, they're fair to you. You can pretty much leave when you want to leave.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
Well,
if
you
you
can
if you
leave,
don't slam
period.
the door or burn the bridge when you leave,
Right.
you can probably call them up and
Right.
go back to work for them. In fact, just 6 weeks ago, they called us and said, "Hey, you guys ready to go back to work?" And
Yeah.
and in the back of our minds, we're going, "You know how hot it is in Texas." No, we'll see you in November if we come.
Yeah. We're gonna do it again. I know we're gonna do it. Because I want the money.
Yes, it's all about the money.
That's right.
It's
All
like,
about the
how much
money.
money can you make?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's about the money.
Okay.
And when you guys backing down the driveway,
In his camper.
in his camper.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, when they pay you $10.99, you
Right.
know that all you got to do is sign up with Uncle Sam and let him know that you are making money
Yeah.
and give him his fair share, and he's
I don't-
happy.
I don't know if it's a fair share.
Well,
Give him his share.
give him some.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just give him some because he'll have to give it back to us later anyway.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Got off track a little bit, I know.
Lucy, hey.
Should I read that one?
You want to come
Oh.
up?
Go ahead,
up.
Ethel.
Sometimes living in a small
Go ahead.
environment, you can go. Go ahead,
Come on.
jump up there.
She goes, I don't know him. That's okay.
No fighting, girls.
Oh no, she was growling under. Lucy was growling under her. Oh, it turned off again.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Oh.
That's okay. I still got that one.
Okay,
I can see both of us.
you just cut this one in whenever that one had recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, we know living in a smaller space that sometimes stress can be built up.
Mm-hmm.
Also in a relationship. So, what do you guys do to help relieve that stress?
Send her away.
You send her away? Please, I'm going to make a note of that.
No, I mean, we do everything together, and we
Right.
are in a small space, and we've worked it out that we get along really good. I think I want to keep her. But yeah,
Choose
often,
your words wisely, Steve.
yes, because she might watch this video. But no, it's she takes her time and I take my time. So occasionally we'll go away without one or the other. Like just the other day, certain days that I do nothing but video work, instead of sitting there watching me, she'll take off and go away. And she'll go shopping or do whatever she does. She has a girlfriend and not far from here, and she goes out to her house. And they hang out and do what girls friends do. And
Any stress with packing up or unpacking when you get to a campsite?
nope. She has her thing. I have my thing. I take care of the outside. She takes care of the inside.
What do we
And
do?
Pretty much how we do it.
she walks out after she's done and says, "You need any help?" And I let her know, and she does sometimes. But she has watched me, and she could do it herself if she had to. So I try to, that way, if I have a heart attack or something, she could pack up the camper.
Oh, sure.
So I don't know. I think we manage it okay.
I'm going to add a question to this if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Can Jill drive the rig if something did happen to you?
She has, but has not.
Okay.
We were somewhere, and it was like a private road, and she drove it for a while and played around, you know, with the turns and everything. But she hasn't been on a real road.
Okay.
So how about? Oh, it's not my turn.
No, you can ask the
Has
question.
Alma? Has Alma?
It's
No?
no, she has not. And if she wants to see the West Coast ever again, she will.
Oh, okay. Well, I think
Really?
I think it's important to know how.
Yes.
And I think in a pinch, she could. She
Yes.
might be nervous. She said she might only do 20, but I said just put your
That's-
four ways on
that's-
and get us there.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? You could fall sick, you know, and not feel like driving and need to
Exactly.
get somewhere.
You need to
So
get somewhere.
I think it's important. It's
Yeah.
very, you know, something that you need to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Did you ask question 4? Or no, it's your turn now.
No, it's his turn.
Okay. Almost keeping track.
I'm glad she's keeping
Oh, you're
track.
Why not?
Okay. Here
Oh,
comes number
did it go
4.
off again?
You're totally
What's going on? Is I can't believe it's full. Not enough memory. That's okay. That's all right. We'll just keep this one going. And,
Okay. Do you want to rotate it and bring
Oh
Alma
no,
in?
that's
or
good.
you
I
want-
was in the other one. I
Okay.
saw myself in the other. So he can take something there too. No biggie.
okay. Let me see. What would we do? Oh, would you have done something different as far as getting out on the road and becoming full time? You're okay with?
I spent so much time on YouTube trying to look this up. It was
Uh-huh.
like I was just chomping at the bit, ready to do. There were things that you heard, like putting things in storage.
Yes.
And then the more we looked into it, we'd follow the same group or YouTuber, and then we'd turn around and find out that YouTuber a year later was downsizing their storage.
Yes.
And then eventually got rid of their storage and wondered why did they even have storage.
Yes.
So, you know, we were firm about making sure we had nothing to put in storage. Now I had tools and stuff, and but my son had storage at his house, and he knows that if something ever happened to me, that the tools are his.
Right. Right.
And I have a toolbox that I can go do anything that I need to do to the camper. So to say, did we do something different? No, we like the choices we made. I think we're going to continue to do it. Not to say that we might hear something that we've never heard about before and go, hey, let's go try that.
Right.
So we're
Yeah.
adventurous couple.
I don't think we checked anything.
Huh?
I don't think we checked anything.
Probably not too much. Okay. So last question for you. Paper broke off. Let's see. Okay. On a grade point average of 1 to 10, what did you?
What would you, on a grade point average of 1 to 10, what would you grade or give gate guard?
Oh, for gate guard.
Oh, gate guarding 1 to 10.
On 1 to 10, what? Since you've done it.
Yeah. In general, not picking out particulars, I would say I would give it an 8. And the reason I say that is if you're looking for
The money.
just money and the opportunity, I think it's I rate it high.
Yes.
But if you look at and different people fit different molds, so
Absolutely.
but if you're looking at somebody that can't sit still for a little while, then it's harder. They may say it's a 2.
Right.
Myself, I get bored doing the same thing over and over and over. So in that respect, it's probably like a 2. But it all depends on the person
That's
and
true.
what their need is. If you need it, I think it's a great opportunity to earn some good money doing a job that's low stress and fairly easy. So yeah, I'd say overall I'll call it an 8.
I think that's
fair
good.
enough.
I think that's a good number.
Do you?
I think so.
I probably would have went with the 7.
I think we should just do it all winter next year.
Are you going gate guarded next year?
I
You
think
need-
she's talking about her and the dogs.
I think she just volunteered to do your other 12-hour shift for you.
Oh, okay.
I'd be pretty picky though where I pick.
Yeah. I think it's like everything that you do in this lifestyle is you learn as you go. I mean,
Right.
obviously through life we learn,
Right.
but
Sure.
you haven't done this up until you start, and as you go, you learn things, and you go,
Right.
well, I'm not going to do that again, or I'll ask that question next time.
Right.
So I think that's the most important thing, is that we continue to learn from our mistakes. And, you know, when you get caught up in one of those, you go, I got to write that down. I'm going to ask that question
I'm gonna
next
do that,
time.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, your last one.
Yep, last one.
Survey says.
Oh, looks like we're getting
Oh.
another one. You're getting another one.
What
No, he had the last one.
was that?
If I had the first one, he has the last
Oh, he has
one.
another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't. What do you do for health insurance?
Well, you got put me on the spot there.
Well, I don't mean to.
No, you didn't.
We could edit it out.
No, that's
Oh, no,
fine.
that's good for people to know.
We started out with the company that had, we wanted to make sure we had coverage in case of a heart attack or a stroke.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And so we had a health care insurance, and then we had another insurance that would cover whatever that insurance didn't cover.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It wasn't expensive. But what happened was, after we joined them, 6 months after we joined them, they went, oh, we made a mistake. We didn't give you the right rate, and it went up.
Okay.
And we thought, okay, well, it's not too bad. Okay, we'll pay the difference, you know, keep everybody happy. Then I guess there was a falling out between the people providing the insurance and the actual healthcare provider,
Right.
okay? Because it
Right.
was kind of a ministry type of insurance.
Uh-huh.
And they said, we're sorry, we have to switch to another healthcare provider.
Mhm.
And we said, okay. And now it's going to go up some more. Well, this time it was a significant price increase.
Right.
And I said, never mind.
Right.
In the meantime, we were actually paying for two insurances. We do have a wellness program,
Uh-huh.
healthcare, especially since we're not mandated to maintain health insurance anymore.
Right.
As of January 1st, 2019, Trump put that in effect.
Right.
Don't
I don't have that much video left.
You'll have to edit that out that I said something good about Trump.
No, that's okay. we won't have any liberals
when
watching.
he did that, but when he did that, it did force me into that mandated insurance. Yeah, we're being kind of risky here,
Uh-huh.
but we have our wellness program, which will entitle us up to 3 doctor visits a year,
Mhm.
plus 1 week in the hospital if we need it.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we have.
Okay.
And
Because it's a challenge for everybody
Oh,
that
it
does
is.
this, especially before retirement, before that Medicare kicks in. So
yeah, and
know,
it's going to be
just-
a longer wait for her. Marie's 4 years younger than me.
I thought you were a spring chicken.
Oh, I am. I'm a
quit
spring
sucking
chicken.
up, Steve.
You can put the chicken
So-
Okay, so that's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yep.
okay.
5 questions each.
Yeah.
Honest form.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, he was a 10 because he answered all of them. So that's good.
Well.
That's a good thing.
-1 for talking about Trump.
Oh, that's twice now.
Oh,
you said.
no.
Oh, you're gonna have to bleep that word out
It's
every
like,
time.
beep, beep.
And if you're making it a drinking game, make sure they're tall glasses because I only said it twice.
Yes, that's true. All right.
All right, Steve.
Okay, well, thank you, sir.
Pleasure
I
meeting
appreciate
you.
you guys dropping by to, wait, hold on. There we go.
Yeah, Oma was there. See in
Oh,
the
she's
background.
been there the whole time. My camera died, so. But I do appreciate you guys showing up and giving us an opportunity to meet you guys. And for me, meeting people on the road is one of the things that's like top of my list. I love to talk to people, and when people come by, it's great. I appreciate it. You even paid for a shirt and everything.
Oh, we did.
My whole look at that thing. Look at it go light and dark.
Oh yeah.
That's I'm gonna.
Is it gonna do that when
I
you?
don't know. I didn't notice it until I turned it around. There's probably something causing that. It's Oma.
You're right on the
That's
border.
me. It's fine. Good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that's one of the things that I
Turn that light
really look forward to. That's okay.
Can it make a difference? Maybe.
It's the camera. I mean the phone. It's done that.
It
to
sounds
me
like the
before.
auto lighting
It's
is.
like it says too much light, not enough, and it changes trying to adjust, and I can't adjust it. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know how. So that's why I asked about the GoPro. I know a lot of people use those, and
The only downfall on the GoPro is that the battery, it seems to suck down pretty quick. So if you're gonna get one, make sure you get some extra batteries.
battery.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't made the decision yet. I've got a couple of purchases I want to make. One's a camera and possibly an editing software, but I'm not sure what to get yet. I'm using a free version right now and it's working, so I've just been dealing with it. But I keep telling myself I have to get 1,000 subscribers, so that's my goal,
Yes.
so that I
That's
can
our goal,
spend
too.
some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make a little money on the side.
Yeah.
So all of Steve's subs, make sure you sign up for Open Oma's Camping Adventures, and all my Open Oma's camping adventures. Make sure you sign up for Steve Turtle.
And we'd appreciate it.
We would
We'd
appreciate it.
Please
We would
subscribe.
appreciate it.
And
Put us in your links.
yes.
Tell them
And-
how much fun that you enjoyed this video.
And the T-shirt sales, our Teesprings, we really plan to rotate that because there is a profit to it. But we plan to rotate that back into the channel and have some drawings and things like that where people can acquire some gear.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just think that's the way to be.
Yeah.
I like YouTube, and I think it should be. I don't want people to have to pay all the time.
Right.
Because you get plenty of that everywhere.
That's
else.
kind of one of the reasons we don't do the Patreon.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Right. Yeah, I'm still on the. I don't know about that. I
Sorry,
just-
guys, we're just not that type of
It's all right.
YouTubers.
You could be our friends without being a Patreon.
Yeah. Now, if you want to come look at us on Facebook, you'll know up to the minute what we're doing.
Yes.
Because we always click where we're located at the time of at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a security thing or not, but I pretty much tell everybody where I'm at, when I'm at. That's the spot. I don't really. I know some people
Alter it
delay
so you
their
know that.
videos.
Delay their
and
videos.
I understand that. That's
Yep.
not a problem. But I'm just, I'm a bit goofy.
We really don't have a problem for it.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
If we
No.
need them, fine. If we don't,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
absolutely. So
Okay. All right.
All right, we're good.
Outstanding. I appreciate it.
good.
Thanks, Rob and Marie.
see ya.
Bye, Steve.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Open Oma.